anytime you try and initiate on somebody with Earthbird, like unless you also catch the Oracle with some silences or stuns or whatever, he's gonna be able to counterplay you. And also keeps you from picking up the Darkseer yourself to combo up with your Earthbird. I mean, this is one of these things where Earthbird tends to fall short in the early laning stage at least. Like you have a bit of control if you get the levels, but you don't really have any sort of big damage output. So having the Darkseer on your team certainly fixes that with the Iron Shell. The problem is you can't really pick it because you're up against the Oracles. You're never really gonna get a lot of value out of that. So instead, they just ban it out to make sure that VP can't abuse it themselves. And instead, they go for the Nature's Prophet. So having an extra +1 might be doing the trick. At the same time, it's also looking like a 3-position Prophet right now, potentially. Unless they end up going a bit more greedy with that lineup.
10 seconds remaining.
But I'm not sure you can get away with that here against VP.
5 seconds remaining.
Either way, though, it does give you a bit of tower pressure early on. And if you do manage to find these small little skirmishes, you can, as a result, transition that into some map control, which is, I think, the way that you need to try and approach Virtus.pro. Just look for timing that hits before they get the chance to farm up the heroes, because they are going to find a way.
Dire team pick.
Sanking, though. Okay. Can make this a little bit annoying. Burst strikes, sandstorms, but certainly a hero that you can play
Virtus.pro's turn to
Ember Spirit.
There's the Ember's Birds, okay. I feel like Queen of Pain is a less useful Ember's Bird in some ways.
Dire team ban.
Just because you don't scale as well. Like this Queen of Pain Ultimate in particular, I think it's rather weak. It's good pre-15 minutes at most, and then it just doesn't scale all that well. If you can combo it up with the rest, with a lot of other team fight, yeah, sure, but that in itself is not really going to win you the game. And you're also not really super good at transitioning into a right-click role. Whereas the Ember's Bird, you have a lot more tools. You have a lot more ways to consistently do damage throughout the rest of the team fight. Whereas Queen of Pain doesn't really get there until much later, perhaps,
10 seconds
when you can
remaining.
get a lot of use out of the fear attached to the Scream of Pain, for
5
example.
seconds remaining.
Or maybe the Shadow Poison spam there with the AoE dagger. Oh, not Shadow Poison, you know what I mean. So, yeah, Queen of Pain tends to hit some very odd timings there, and Ember's Bird is just a lot more well-rounded in that regard. But Virtus.pro, again, like if you can find these team fights in the mid-game, then you're gonna be golden, certainly with these kind of heroes. You have some bursts, you have a lot of control between the Sand King and the Dark Willow. And I'm curious to see what they want to round that out with, because normally, again, you want a hero that can also pressure towers on the back of that. So far, they don't really have that.
Virtus.pro's
Which could be an opportunity for Team Empire. Okay, never mind. So there's a Terrorblade. And that is the hero that fits into pretty much all timing windows. Like, even in the mid-game, 20 minutes in, you're not going to be super tanky, so you're somewhat vulnerable. But you're still going to have a lot of right-click damage to work with here to bring down these objectives. And that solves that issue for sure.
10 seconds remaining.
At the same time, you also scale extremely well into later parts of the game. So you have that insurance policy, if you will. Like, in my opinion, Terrorblade is one of the best late game carries in the game right now. Just spamming illusions. Certainly if you don't have a way to deal with them necessarily. If you don't have a Brewmaster or anything along those lines to immediately get rid of a bunch of these illusions. When they end up being super tanky with like Skadis and whatnot. And butterflies. I mean, Ember's Bird is not the worst here if he has the similar amount of net worth. Can start cleaving through a little bit with Maelstroms and whatnot, but ideally you want to try and find a way to keep the Terrorblade away from that farm. But so far Virtus.pro have always been able to find a way to get Ramses that money that he wants, so Empire is certainly going to have quite a task ahead of them in that. Alright, now the last pick. Moment of truth. Is this gonna be a support Prophet and Earth Spirits, or are they gonna pick up the 5 position here? Again, very tough call to make. So I'm not really blaming them for taking the rest of the reserve time here. Go for the Lashrak. Alright. Okay, I do like this. King up Prophet. So they're going a bit more greedy with the support duo. But now between Prophet and Lash, you have the tower push that you're looking for. Razor and Ember, they can hit this early timing that I was talking about, like 15 to 20 minutes in. There's a few levels here, 1 or 2 items. And then you can start just zipping back and forth, kind of having the Razor as the frontliner, Ember Spirit, chasing people down. I can certainly see this lineup hit before Virtus.pro really is ready with all of their heroes. Certainly also because VP are kind of ultimate reliant at that point. Or in the case of the Terrorblades, Metamorphosis reliant. So if Team Empire can land their timing, if they can snowball off of that, they can actually win this game. But any sort of slowdown that VP can, or any sort of wrenches that VP can throw into the gears, can compound and have a profound impact. And yeah, if you're not careful, this Terrorblade just comes out of the jungle at some point with 20k gold, and then you lose the game, right? That's the way it can go sometimes.
There will be
Okay, if you're just tuning in, VP up 1-0 in this series. Upper bracket match here in the group stage of the CIS Qualifiers for the MDL Disneyland Paris Major. A quick pause, but also a quick unpause as we get into this game. Marden on the Lashrak. A lot of it is going to hinge on him, just being able to stay alive, get these levels and the Edict. And use that to pressure towers as well as heroes. Not so much Ramses, because he has 10 armor to work with, so this physical damage, even if you isolate him, should really break his back, at least not in itself. So if Dream actually taken the Ember Spirit to the safe lane. Not unheard of. Can just Razor and Ember, very similar heroes in the sense that you can run them mid, you can also run them in one of the side lanes if you if you want to. It's not really that big of a deal. This one Razor probably a little bit better in mid, just because you have a bit of an easy access to the jungle, so you can again push out the lane. Can they stop this, please? It's too much spam. Anyway, you can focus more on the unstable current and plasma field. You can go into the jungle. You can farm that up here a little bit easier. Whereas on the Ember Spirit, you're on the safe lane. You're more inclined to just play the equilibrium a little bit more and try and also zone out the offlaner.
Faith in fate restored.
Okay, Marden. What does this mean? I have no idea.
30 seconds to battle.
Marden very far forward here. Gotta be a bit careful, but it's not too much I can actually lock him down. Nice. I mean, Bramble Maze already skilled up for the Dark Willow. Yeah, there's a potential follow-up to the Fortune's End. Ramsey's right-clicking away, so this could be potentially dangerous, but looks like they're not gonna be too crazy about it. Pasha, oh my god, don't tell me he's gonna be able to find a rune here. I mean, he is, certainly. It's just, doesn't even have to burst strike for it. It still has that available. Turn things around. So 2-for-2 trade overall. Ooh, huge craziness either way. Pasha is gonna take a bit of damage in return though. Actually go for the Sandstorm, which is not ideal. Like, it's a very long cooldown, #1. And I mean, it's gonna allow him to hang around until the next creep wave comes in, I guess. King R, in the meantime, is just hanging around waiting for that to happen. So you can continue to right-click.
Two-legged abomination.
There you go. Does he not see him? Ooh, it does not. Until just now. Body blocks. Ooh, trying to go for it. And he got it. Well, not quite. Pasha now with another attempt. Another couple of trees. Oh, locking him in! Lock him in! Oh no. Oh no. He's in a lot of trouble. But hey, stands back of cooldown, of course. He has a sentry. Didn't quite get the trees in position. Always find these shenanigans very interesting indeed. Just the offlaners or the supports just trying to drag a creep wave, and then the 4 position or 5 position on the other side trying to prevent it. This makes for quite a bit of craziness. Down bottom, it's a little bit more straightforward, of course. You terrorate the metamorphosis. 5 last hits, 5 denies, as you would expect. Kind of hard to contest that now. Solo also doing his best to be annoying. Only level 1 is very limited impact. Also gotta be careful about these rolls. Once the roll connects, Man has an easy follow with the Split Earth. It's 120 burst damage. That's all the right clicks coming in of the solo actually, so that would have been a dead Oracle. Sayuf connects one of these rolls. Even at level 1. Does leave us with mid again. Kodos should be doing fine. Mostly just a bit of harassment here, back and forth.
Double damage.
Always force out the blink. Oh, what? England sinking after all up top. First blood being drawn by King R. Was very deep there. Not sure if that was necessary. Back to Dream League. I mean, in Dream League there was like a lot of these short little pauses for some reason. So that is the roll to the stun. Edict comes out, but Ramsey's tanking that up with one of his illusions. Solo still in a bit of trouble here. So trying to turn this around to Martin. It is level 2 on now with Purifying Flames doing a lot of damage here. Solo actually getting that kill with the last hit. Radiant's Courier ends up being sniped by King R. No. I was on the way back, so nothing on it, but still. Not gonna have that available for no one for a while, which is annoying. It's full on Null Talisman recipe on it. Could have completed that item, but no joy, and also no more region left. So maybe Razor can try and take advantage of that.
Prepare for a lesson.
So a bit of back and forth. In this bottom lane, King R also being as effective as he can possibly be on his Prophet early on. He did find his level 2, of course, ahead of that. Teleportation making that play possible in the first place. Beyond that, it's just Dream. Flame Guard will keep him protected for quite a while in this only level 1 Sandstorm. So there's no problems whatsoever with that, and I guess you're not keeping Pasha away from CS as much, or experience for that matter. As down bottom, another fight starting to go in. Okay, Edict also being tanked up once again by a lot of these creeps. Soul is absolutely fine. Continuing this chase here. Martin, one more nuke will do it, but it's not actually fast enough. Stealth also will be cancelled now by Roger. Teammate rotation down bottom. Solo also gets a bit of help. The region department. Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised to see them stay down here or rotate around, because again, Pasha, he doesn't need a lot of help. As long as he has the Sandstorm available, which he doesn't right now. Dream walking in, they drove the chains, ready to go, and Pasha realizes, yeah, alright, should have stayed in this. But I'm not sure if Roger being there would have changed things around, as they a lot of combination damage here, and with the extra nuke, Solo will snag that kill. Another roll forward, so he will secure the 1 bounty rune. Not sure we'll get the one on the other side. So 2 for 2 trade, and all is said and done in that department. So overall, things look relatively even. I mean, both safe laners. A lot of glasses, a lot of nice. Mid lane, just a slight advantage for no one. And don't think I've seen Kodos do too many jungle camps in the meantime. But now, Sayov, as well as the scan confirming there's someone here. So Roger maybe angling for some sort of play towards Kodos together with no one who's closing in on level 6. Once you get that, maybe there's a bit of an early kill potential. Meanwhile, Roger, hello, Sayuf slowing him down. King off finishes off that TP. At the stun, that'll be enough to even get this kill for free. I mean, not free, but you know, no one else going down as a result. Lando, no one. Yeah, he's Kodos, he fears the Sonic Wave, rightfully so. Can't really stand fight for too long. Instead, they can try and up. Legion Rune, nice snipe there from Dream as well, getting that for himself. Also away from the one who... False Courier coming back, so he did have the bottle. Now the full-on wand ready to go. As down bottom, seeing a bit of an extra fight going as they make a play for Ramses. Can't really easily finish him off with his physical damage. And now Man actually dropping very, very low indeed. Solo needs another nuke here with right clicks. They'll get it. The range between these two heroes is actually ridiculous. Ramses, well, he's still very low. Doesn't have Sunder just yet. Very low indeed, but Roger shows up and says, yeah, I mean, we're gonna take Sayuf too. No worries whatsoever. But King R TPing into the back. Ramses, there it is. He got level 6. He got the Sunder. Martin down again. And now King R. He tried to intercept him here. Forced Ramses to go this route in the first place. But the body blocks are real from Solo. Stick charges keep him alive just a little bit longer. And they weren't ready for this one. So the spot is gonna have to go in. Try and finish that one off. Solo with the nukes with right clicks. They'll have no problems to work together in that particular pursuit. And, okay, Pasha dies again up top. Solo to Dream. But that's the only lane that's going Empire's way right now. Bottom lane, just a complete disaster now with this attempt. Empire kind of going in one by one. This is like, oh, the guy has 50 health points. We can... Of course, we have to finish him off, right? Then he gets level 6 from some random creeps or heroes dying, and then... Hey, guess what? I got Sunder now, so that's yet another kill on your offlaner. These are kind of things where Oracle also shines. Purifying Flames, very powerful nuke early on. It's at 185 damage also.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
You get to see the Queen of Pain in action here. Went for that extra point in Shadow Strike. More often than not, you only see the 2 points just for the landing stage. And then see this Queen of Pain maxed out. So this is a more aggressive build. Doesn't allow you to farm the jungle as efficiently, so I wouldn't be too surprised. Yeah, there you go. No one flicking across. They don't quite go in the right position to actually block Sayu's roll. But these are the kind of plays that you want to be making, right? You want to be blinking in aggressively, use that Shadow Strike just for a lot of slows and damage over time. And ideally get someone low enough to finish off with the Sonic Wave. A bit of a waste down bottom as it turns out, as Sayuf does find the right angle. Now it's Empire's turn to be a bit aggressive here. Edict's popped in quite early as they actually make a play on Dark Willow. Roger caught with a stun. Couple of clicks here and there. Should finish off this kill, and yeah, Edict, a little bit of these explosions still going in the tower. With King R and so many heroes here, they don't even necessarily need it to finish off this objective. And okay, they found more heroes actually. Thought it was just creeps, but no, Oracle. Solo sitting in the middle of that.
A dominating performance.
Dream will take that one for sure.
Thanks for playing Dota 2. Double kill.
That was not ideal. Now Dream, I mean, he has 4 kills. 2 of them were solo kills up top, I do believe. So now he's 1,000 gold ahead of Ramses. Who is no kills, but a few assists at the very least. Okay, there it is, Sonic Wave. Finally finishing up the Razor right there. Help from Roger, just out of rune time, so 2 up top for VP. Dream should be able to secure Well, she ignores that bounty rune for now. But he did get himself a DD, so that is very dangerous indeed. It's down bottom. Ooh, Oracle. Just wants some experience, so that we're thinking about making a play on him. But well, King R said, "Nah, I wanna go top," you know. So let's TP into a shrine. I'm still hanging around. He wants it. He wants to get kills. He's calling for help. That is DD rune with Dream, but Ramses just walks away. Stun off the mark. Unfortunate, but Solo's still hanging around out here, or down here. Ember Spirit could make some plays, but instead he's sleeping up top. There it is. They're diving tower. Pasha in a lot of trouble here. Epicenter not doing enough to finish the job. And now Magnetize over on Roger. Martin is there with a stun now, just a little bit too late. Roger gets a TP out. Dreams right back bottom. He's going for this early magic damage build here with the Veil. Going in, finds a chains and Solo, purges it off. So far so good. Now Dream is very deep. He does have a remnant out somewhere. So should be absolutely fine. He is indeed up top. The rest of his team walking away at this tower. Little sense on there from Pasha to try and dodge some of the damage. Oh, nice little glyph too. Keep the catapult alive. Man should have another edict in a couple of seconds. So unless you actually commit more heroes up here, this tower. Still end up going down. Pasha? Well, it's suddenly going to be annoying. Man is sitting there trying to do damage with the edict. It's almost enough, but now... Well, speaking of damage over time here, Roger certainly has some of that too with his ultimate. Was it a deny now? It was indeed. Oh, he tried to get the hell out, but he couldn't. The slam from Roshan actually does more damage to him. Ah. He aggroed it himself with the roll, and then there were freaking Queen of Pain illusions triggering the slam. This is... It is unfortunate. Not sure if he would have been able to make his way out regardless, but... It is what it is. Still overall very even game again, just because Dream is doing so well on this Ember now. TPing in towards mid as the tier 1 is under threat. Link away from Roger. Solo in the front. Dream thinking about getting him, but press the Searing Chains. Solo's baiting right now though. It's very clear at this stage. Both teammates helping out as Dream going in. Meanwhile, his own team smoked up. It's actually Dream who's baiting a little bit, just being a bit aggressive here in this mid lane. Making them think that they're all sitting behind him while they're actually ganking up Ramses. Can he get the Sunder off? He cannot. That is some really good movement right there. Really smart movement. Well, where does it leave us? King R, TPing in, plops down the ward. Looks like they are setting up for this mid-tier 1 tower. Very important one to try and take down as quickly as you can. And right now I see an opportunity. Martin, yeah, I can always just do this, you know.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Which
is absolutely ridiculous. And that's a single edict cast from 100 to 0.
Radiant's
Out of the trees. Like, didn't even really have to set up for that. And it just you just had to press a single button.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Can get more done here. Solo. Dream's arch nemesis here, but King R is actually running straight into his arms. There's all the free spells. Still has his ultimate to work with if he wants to pop that, and he does indeed. Meanwhile, Dream though, walking away and no one. Not quite enough to bring him down, so they refocus the Solo, making sure that they pump enough damage into him to get the skill regardless. But he had a salve going, plus some rune charges, I guess, so he's still ready to go here. Dream. Oh, the fear actually catches him. Rams a couple of right clicks. Blink burst strike from Pasha. They're setting up for a nice little sonic wave. Killing spree for no one.
Oh, you thought you were winning?
There's Empire.
Radiant's
Smack
middle tower
down
is under
here.
attack.
For once, they went too deep.
Worthy tribute.
Split their focus a little bit too much. Dream was going solo on no one. Didn't quite have enough damage. He gets a blink out. Razor was working away an Oracle through their false promise, but he had cells going and whatnot, so he survives. At that point, it was too late. A blink reveal from Pasha. He's got some space up top. Not enough to get that going. Yeah, of course, no one in the big picture here. All the bounty runes going their way too. Huge loss there for Team Empire. So trying to repair this now. Oracle will feed over. Kill to Kodos eventually. There we go.
Dyer's middle tower has
Also
been
get the mid
denied.
tower deny. It's Empire. They need to immediately find a footing again. They're the kind of team that been gone last game. Yeah, no one. Not enough follow-up control, so you can always rely on this remnant. Again, Empire, you kind of want to be the ones taking control of the game. You want to be trying to restrict farm. So he was like Queen of Pain, but it's 3-0-1, like no one.
Dominating, I guess.
It's now starting to take advantage of this power that you have with Max and Scream of Pain. Roger though, well, he looks like he's gonna be caught out.
Make you pay for this.
Is there revenge coming in? No one is, again, still no Sonic Wave, also very long cooldown in the early level, or in general. 135 seconds at all levels, as it turns out. Unless you get the Scepter, which puts it on a 40. So that's that, but he's going for the Orchid. Makes a lot of sense here.
Dyer's top tower
Forcing
is
out
under attack.
BKBs, perhaps. Razor just has the Aegis completed. Yep, it's flying out on the courier. So BKB queued up afterwards. Ember Spirit might also want to consider that, or Jules at least, or something. That's not.
Radiant structures
She turns things around here. No one forced to Jules to keep him away as the Sonic Wave comes through. Man does die as no one. Oh, God. Oh my god. Yo, he was almost out of there. Just a bit of extra vision from. I don't know, just some vision from the creeps, I think, right? I don't think he went quite in to ward range right there. Either way, though, he does get sniped. The last bit of damage from the Dwarf of Nature. Oh, man. Well, game is game, you know? That's what they say. Smoke up here. Let's break in solo. Dodges that roll, but
Killing spree.
See myself out, shall I?
not long for the world. Roger off to the side. What can you do with this though? Empire, they're starting to keep both of these lanes pushed out. No one's there actually threatening the tier 1 down bottom. So they are asserting dominance here. They are asserting some map control. Right now, I mean,
Radiant's
Terrorblade,
top tower is
Ramses,
under
he's getting
attack.
there. He's getting where he wants to be, but it's not quite there just yet.
Moon of illusion.
Then the style in the works after Trans drums.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
So Empire, they've not completely lost the timing just yet, but they're not in as comfortable as a position as they would ideally like to be. And they're kind of feeling the pressure too that they need to end and need to get more and more objectives here. Can't say I've seen a lot of Meteor Hammers recently, especially not on Nature's Prophets. But I guess more on Nature's Prophet than other heroes. I mean, the other one would be Nyx Assassin, which could be quite situational on, but other items seem to be favored. But even Nature's Prophet, you can TP off to a side, you can like into one of these tree lines. You know, you can drop the hammer on not even just the tower, but also just a creep air later down the line.
Tower is under attack.
There's in the top lane. Pain, Yules into blink away, a blink in from Pasha as he's making the play on Kodos, but he just TPs away.
Radiant's bottom tower
Sayuf, okay, didn't quite get the memo that so many more reinforcements on the way.
Impressive, actually.
5-man rotation up top for a single kill. That was still alright actually, considering that the tier 2 in the
Dyer's
bottom
top
went
tower
down.
is under attack.
You
Radiant's
know, still
middle
hanging
tower
around here. You
is
can
under
walk up, you
attack.
can do some
Dyer's
more
top
damage.
tower has fallen.
But if they realize that Pasha TP'd out, but you just don't have that information. Until just now, actually, Pasha making a play on Martin, who's doing a lot of damage in return. King out TPing in on this one with Atos into stun. Dream ready to take over. A lot of damage over towards Roger, but he does get the false promise. But hey, nice little jump forward, actually dodging that fear as Kodo's taken over Martin. Needs some help to tank out that extra bit of damage from Roger, and this looks like it's going to be enough. All of those AoE damage brings down the Dark Willow. Solo still alive. Ramses as well as Empire staying away from them.
The seeds of fortune.
There will be pain.
Certainly a good fight for them to be able to take.
Dreaming.
A few kills here and there. Even find a region rune on the way out. Alright, alright. Ice Frog is smiling upon him right now. So yeah, I mean... yeah, it's all coming down to this Terrorblade. Mana style makes it so that you are able to fight, but you're still not completely safe. You need one big tanky item to really feel super comfortable. Or maybe even the BKB, honestly. With the damage coming in from Empire right now is magical, and the Protoss can steal a lot of damage here with Static Link. BP, I just need to play for time. You only have one more tier 2 as a buffer zone on the outside. Also playing up against Nature's Prophet, so if you lose more and more objectives, it gets a lot easier for him to chip off a little bit more here. Like this Sprout into Meme Hammer, sure, why the hell not? Starting all of this damage for a little bit with the Fate's Edict, but only momentary respite here, so now, yeah, they get a kill. They go for these outer tier towers. Shouldn't be much of an issue. Double chains actually connecting in the back. So be careful not to run into the team fight here. Pasha just with a Link Burst Strike Epicenter. Dark Willow also with her control. So this is something that you still have to worry about on the side of Empire. Which is why they're doing the Delta Split, you know. Not forcing the issue just yet. Ooh, Courier. Going up towards no one. I think they caught a glimpse of it though. The Orchid has been delivered, so it's still more of a pick-off item. It can be helpful in teamfights, of course, if you can stop the Shaken casting in those spells, but if you already has the Pulse Nova going, you're still gonna do quite a bit. It's mostly up against the Ember, who does have the Yules very close to being very close to completed, so he's gonna have a defensive utility up against the Silence sooner rather than later. Then you have Razors also closing in on that BKB. 1,000 gold or so, and he'll have that. This might be the big timing that Empire is looking for, which does mean that, yeah, Ramses, with the Eagle Song, I mean, you're starting to hit quite heavily. He's starting to be a force to be reckoned with, something that Empire will have to try and kite around. As let's scan those, confirming the smoke rotation. BP, drop down some D-wards, Dream all the way back on his own high ground.
Dire's bottom tower.
Please still walk back in. That would be slightly disastrous, but yeah, it's not going to be the case. Yule's also completed for Lesh.
Dire's bottom tower.
Saw the Vlad's finished on Pasha, so that'll be helpful for Ramses as well.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
For now, they got the tier 1 bottoms. Are you still hanging around here as if they... I don't think I want to take a fight here, but maybe we want to stop some TPs. But there's no objective being threatened on the other side. So, they want to take a fight here. It's starting to roll over onto Oracle. If you can take him out of the fight, this would be really good indeed. But now Sonic Wave catches off Dream. 15 seconds without the Ember Spirit. They were not ready for this position from VP up on the high ground. And now Empire in a world of hurt. The stun connects on Razor. Martin still alive somehow. He is Atos go back and forth. Roger will stun finds himself on the front line. So he goes down. As another blink forward. No one. Put himself one. The other. Gonna be, yeah, better get the hell out of there, King. Trying to channel up that Meme Hammer. It's not quite working. And Razor's not fast enough. Another blink forward forces out that, that BKB. But the right click is also still a thing for no one. Kodos walking back and forth, Pasha. Alright, alright. try to get this kill, but Oracle will deny even that. A full 5-man wipe in exchange for a single kill. Solo almost drops to that buyback Wrath of Nature, but almost doesn't quite get you anything in Dota. Solve BP, don't just win the team fight, also get the tier 3 tower. Empire, they need to get something in return. Dream is back at it. But they don't have the vision here for Pasha. Oh my god, this fight could have... Roll, we'll cancel TP, alright. There's no way to actually snap him out of that. It was a triple remnant, wasn't it? Another TP in, Pasha gets the burst strikes done. Just playing with him right now. Sayuf doesn't have any stones left. Oh my god. A wild goose chase. Oh man, that fight could have turned out so differently. I mean, it was... we like the idea, right? Just pretend to initiate on Ramses with the ATOS from Martin. At the same time, Sayuf, he does find the role and the control over an Oracle, so there was not going to be an immediate false promise save available for Ramses. So then, Dream, his job was to coming in from this angle and do the damage that they need to burst down Ramses. But he was intercepted in this location by the rest of VP, and that kind of broke this entire team fight. Just like that, VP 6k ahead, Butterfly complete, another 3.2k gold for Terrorblades, is closing in on that BKB as well. And that's the point where we realize, wait a second, we can't actually deal with this Terrorblade anymore, can we? Maybe if they could get themselves Roche, this would be a bit of a boon here. This Terrible Delusion actually in the wrong position, but... Ooh, now bottom king, ouch! No one being more and more of a menace here ever since he picked up that Orchid all across the map. And he's also about to finish up his own BKB. So yeah, this is the timing that VP was looking for. They can now start taking team fights, they can start to leverage this behemoth that is the Terrorblade. The ridiculous amount of damage output that he can bring to the table. And he has the survivability now to allow him to get that out. Even if you run away from him, so he can't actually necessarily use it against heroes, he's just going to use it against towers. Or Roshan, for that matter. It's also something that VP can maybe start thinking about. Oh god, no. Are you kidding me? Nahas? What do you have to say about this one? He's sitting with a DD rune in front of Roche here. Vlad's Pasha next to him. 4, 5, 6, 700 something damage. This Roshan is down for the count. No one gets the Aegis, and Sayuf try to be fancy. But he's dead. No one with trying to attempt for some body blocks as Kodos. This BKB is going to run out soon. You have to run through the gauntlet here. As Ramses in front with the meta clicking King R with a double kill. Martin now, he's caught inside the roots just a little bit with self Yules. Another Yules forward. Putting off the DD rune at least, but what can he do here?
They're unstoppable.
It's a triple kill. I mean,
Impossible.
just making it look easy. There's so much sustain too. Just okay, nice little stun actually, Martin. Oh my god, he almost got no one there. And this is Ramses for you. This is Ramses. No one has the Aegis, like it's fine if he dies. But no, he still goes for the sacrificial play here with the defensive Sunder for his teammate. I mean, they have so much healing that he's right back up to almost full, but certainly fighting shape as Pasha followed up, stunned over and Dream! He's gonna die again, isn't he? Does the remnant, can he get it out? No, he cannot. Perfectly timed Sonic Wave. He does the buyback. Might have to use it here unless they want to lose high ground. Ramses is already starting to work away on these racks in bottom. No, Atos connecting. Another blink forward. Disarm Queen of Pain, but too much long. Beautiful double burst strike for Pasha. Kodos is down. And so is Lash. One of them is not coming back here. Dream already with a buyback. Kodos also is gonna have to commit for this, but Ramses is taunting them right now. Look at this. He's like, hey, yeah, here, have this quelling blade. You can't stop me. The rest of my team is still alive, Pasha. Well, it's getting close to death, but close. Doesn't quite work. Dream barely surviving that one as Konos goes in, tries to at least finish up the Oracle, and that's a good kill. No more false promise here. It was come off cooldown for a couple of seconds, but can't even finish up Pasha. And now Roger into the Orchid Silence. It is so much damage. Sai, you've taken over. It's just like, hey, you want another kill? Here, I'm right here. Get it. No one. Unstoppable. Dream does the same thing. Does have the ults, but he also has Rendon out, so he does live. Pasha, they got him. So Eli's back.
The seeds of fortune.
Right, and scramble here together with Solo to get back across the map. The heroes on the sidelines. Yeah, it's actually only one Rex so far. Ramses with another Thunder at the ready. Just has to be careful not to... Yeah, okay, I was gonna say. Could use it aggressively, but then Dream might just blink it away and Slide of Fist just nuke you down. Like that. So instead, just you get it on a teammate, you know? It's fine. There we heal's coming. This is very efficient, very safe and smart play.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Not gonna lash rank, goes for self use to get rid of it.
Dire's middle barracks.
That's Midrex gone here. They're still tier 2 up top, so they can't quite go for many creeps. They also don't feel comfortable enough to immediately finish the game, as they did in game number 1. Which means Empire
Dire's bottom shrine
gonna have
has
to
fallen.
play a little bit longer. It's gonna be super hard now to turn this game around. You don't quite have the same scaling potential. Even with an Ember Spirit, like he's... Okay. I might get this kill over on King R first. As Sonic Wave comes through into the stun from no one, pops a BKB now as trying to decide on the target. Ramses working away at Marden. No one thinking, okay, who do they actually want to go on here? Does have a blink forward or maybe a blink back as Ramses gets a lot of his damage drain actually caught up with the BKB. Doing quite well. No one though is less than the Aegis to work with is now the epicenter. Pasha goes in. Super low health though as Kodas helps finish him off. Dream actually gets a last hit. No one finally loses that Aegis. But alright. They already called it GG, well played. That was the last hurrah. They knew that even if they played a little bit safer, even if the game went longer, there was no way that they could outscale VP, so they tried to go for a Hail Mary play. Didn't work out. Virtus.pro with the victory in game number 2. No big surprise to sweep the way through this group. They will start in the upper bracket. They will be against either Na'Vi or Uvageni, or what's this against other open qualifiers deck? Palantimos, Pikachu, Cheshire Cat, Bignum, and Black Archangel. Well, that should be interesting over in Group B. For now, though, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast today. That's enough for me. But there's plenty of Dota left to be played, so check out Squad Mode, apparently. Twitch added that, so you don't have to go on multi-Twitch anymore. You can watch all of the games for CIS in EU that are being broadcast on the BTS channels. So, again, for now, thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.